Hello everyone, this is Fine from Tech Gaming Villa. I hope you all are well. Actually, I'm very busy nowadays. I do a job, that's why I am very busy. Anyways, today I'm going to talk about the two TV, the Hisense U8H Mini LED and Sony X90K, which is a full array local dimming TV. If you see the Hisense U8H, it's very good TV and very popular. It's cheap. If you are in the market for a new TV and are considering a high-end model, the Hisense U8H Mini LED and the Sony X90K are two popular options to consider. Both TVs have impressive features, I will say, but there are several key differences that set them apart. We will explore the differences between the Hisense U8H Mini LED and Sony X90K to help you determine which one is right for you. If you see the design and build quality, both the Hisense U8H and Sony X90K have sleek designs and are built with high quality materials. However, the Sony X90K has a more premium build quality with a sturdy metal frame and thin bezels that give it a more high-end look and feel. The Hisense U8H is also well built, but it is not quite as sturdy as the Sony X90K. If you see the picture quality of both Hisense U8H Mini LED and Sony X90K is impressive with vivid colors, deep blacks, and bright highlights. However, there are some differences between the two in this area. The Sony X90K uses a full array LED backlight with local dimming, which allows for more precise control over the brightness levels in different parts of the screen. This makes for a more uniform picture with fewer areas of blooming or haloing. The Hisense U8H uses a mini LED backlight with local dimming, which offers even more precise control over the brightness levels in different parts of the screen. This makes for an even more uniform picture with fewer areas of blooming or haloing. If you see the HDR performance, both the Hisense U8H and the Sony X90K support HDR content and have good peak brightness levels, which is important for delivering a more immersive HDR experience. However, the Sony X90K has a slight advantage in this area, with brighter highlights and more accurate colors that make HDR content look more vivid and lifelike. And if you see the gaming performance, if you plan on using your new TV for gaming, both Hisense U8H and the Sony X90K are good choices. However, the Sony X90K has a significant advantage in terms of gaming performance. It has a lower input lag and better motion handling that make for a more responsive and smooth gaming experience. The Hisense U8H is not as responsive in terms of gaming, but it is still a good option for casual gamers. If I talk about the smart features, both the Hisense U8H and the Sony X90K offer a range of smart features including built-in apps, voice control, and compatibility with smart home devices. However, the Sony X90K has an edge in terms of smart features. It runs on Android TV, which offers a wider selection of apps and a more customizable interface than the Hisense U8H, which runs on the proprietary VidaU platform. The price is a significant factor to consider when comparing the Hisense U8H and the Sony X90K. The Hisense U8H is more affordable than the Sony X90K, making it a more accessible option for many buyers. However, the additional features and improved performance of the Sony X90K may justify the higher price for some buyers. If you see the Hisense U8H picture quality delivered excellent overall image quality. The Hisense U8H delivered brighter highlights. However, for example, the white in her shot as the light shines down from above. I measured the white light itself as she stared up, and Hisense won out 807 nits. I noticed the Hisense brightness in other areas as well. For example, the titles overlaying the image with less theatrical content such as the test montage from the Spears and Mansil 4K Blu-ray. The extra brightness of the Hisense was again evident. Its image showed just a bit more brilliance and impact than the Sony. Although the two were close in the scenes with objects against a black background, black levels were basically identical between the two. Very little blooming, inky dark, and a step better than the others like VZ or TCL. But the objects themselves, like the Honey Dripper and Peacock Feather, looked brighter on the Hisense. Colors are very good and superb, and similarly brilliant, I will say. Hisense U8H is an excellent TV for gaming. The U8H doesn't have as extensive a gaming menu as new Samsung or LG TVs, but it does offer more options and information than TCL or VZO courtesy of GameZone. In addition to adjusting black and white levels, you can toggle an overlay that displays vitals, including real-time frames per second, HDR, VRR, and LLM. The latter is supposed to engage game mode automatically, but it didn't do so with Xbox. I have to manually select the HDR game setting. Input lag on the U8H measures a respectable 15 millisecond in HD resolution and 4K HDR. According to the information screen on Xbox Series X, the Hisense supports 4K 120 Hz with HDR, and Sony X90K also fully support 4K 120 Hz and Chroma 4:4:4, including full Dolby Vision gaming. Note that to enable 4K 120 Hz, you will need to manually engage the HDMI enhanced setting menu button on remote. The bright lighting, the Hisense U8H is super bright room performer and one of the brightest TVs I've ever measured. It fell a bit short of the brightest, including the Samsung QN90B, the Hisense U8G from last year, and the VZO PX from 2020. But it's still searingly bright. It's also worth noting that, unlike Samsung's QN90B models, it maintained peak brightness over time in its brightest picture modes. So I will say both the Hisense U8H Mini LED and Sony X90K are impressive high-end TVs that offer excellent picture quality, gaming performance, and smart features. The Hisense U8H Mini LED is a great option for those who want an affordable TV with good overall picture quality, while the Sony X90K is the better option for those who want a more premium TV with superior HDR performance and gaming performance. Ultimately, the decision will come down to your budget and personal preferences, but you can't go wrong with it. And no doubt that Sony X90K is a killer TV, and this TV actually very fantastic. It competes with many TV, but again, Hisense U8H is the winner. So that's it from now. If you like this video, please subscribe and press the bell icon for future notifications update. Thanks for watching.
To change your